invasion of the Election Petition Tribunal with sponsored thugs. There have been reports of thugs allegedly sponsored by the state government invading the Election Petition Tribunal, brandishing placards with inscriptions such as "No Alia, No Benue," and NJC and CJN, "Leave Benue alone." These actions are perceived as attempts to intimidate the judiciary and obstruct the course of justice, raising concerns about the erosion of judicial independence in Benue State. These actions collectively paint a picture of anti-democratic tendencies that threaten the very fabric of governance in Benue State. The Supreme Court, in its recent judgment concerning Rivers State, highlighted that the absence of a functioning legislature equates to a lack of governance. The situation in Benue is even more dire, with both the legislative and judicial arms under siege, leading to a collapse of democratic governance. We know that except for democracy to actually work maximally, the three arms of government must work and the checks and balances must actually be at bay. Because despotism or authoritarianism cannot actually be defined other than this, that you emasculate the other arms of government and it's only your arm, the executive, that is working. Even in military regime, things like this don't happen. So the use of thugs against the judiciary and other institutions is particularly reprehensible. Such tactics not only intimidate judges, officers, or judicial officers, but also erode public confidence in the justice system. The cumulative effect of these actions has plunged Benue State into a state of constant fear and apprehension. The rule of law has been supplanted by the rule of force, with thugs operating with impunity under the apparent patronage of the state government. This environment is not just reminiscent of, but indeed worse than, the darkest days of military dictatorship, where checks and balances are non-existent and power is concentrated in the hands of one individual. In concluding, we say that justice and human rights advocates will call for democratic institutions, civil society organizations, and international community to take immediate cognizance of deteriorating situation in Benue State. We demand an urgent intervention to restore the sanity of democratic governance, the independence of the judiciary, and the safety of all citizens. Governor Alia must be held accountable for his actions, and steps must be taken to ensure that the principles of democracy and the rule of law are upheld in Benue State. Thank you so much, and thank you so kindly for listening.